Want to know what are the best runes for your armor in Assassin's Creed Valhalla? Well, today I'm going to tell you guys which ones they are and why you should start farming them. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Asiva, this is LaserBolt, and welcome to today's video. Today we're going to be talking about runes and which are the best ones for your armor. If you guys want to know which ones are the best ones for your weapons, I've already made a video for that, so you're more than welcome to check that out. Also, if you need to know how to actually farm runes because you want to get multiple of them, make sure you guys check out my farming rune video. In addition to that, guys, I hope you guys haven't missed out the best poison build that we have on the channel. Make sure you guys check this out. But overall, in general, guys, which one are the best runes and how are they going to be beneficial for you guys in the long run when you're upgrading your armor or when you're looking for particular builds? Today, we're going to be talking about all that stuff. If you do find this video helpful and informative, do me the huge favor, guys, to drop a comment and drop a like. But most importantly, guys, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel so you guys won't miss when our Assassin's Creed videos go live. We will be covering Cyberpunk 2077, so make sure you guys keep it locked in this channel so you guys won't miss when our content goes live and ready to go. So the first rune I want to recommend, guys, is the Rune of Life. Now, you cannot go wrong with the Rune of Life. Basically, the Rune of Life, it's going to increase the amount of health Ivor has. Now, keep in mind, guys, there are multiple options of this particular rune. What I've seen, there is like an 11 one and a 7 one. You're going to be looking for the one, I think it's 14.9. That one's going to be I think that's the highest rune you could possibly get, which is the Rune of Life. So if you guys don't have that, make sure you guys start duplicating that one so you guys can put it on your entire armor set. Now, like I said, you can't really go wrong with this rune as it is going to give you more health. And the more health you have, of course, the more likelihood you have of surviving and completing high-end content. So definitely put this in your tally and try to get as much as you can, enough to put them on each armor set. The next one I want to talk to you guys about is the Shadow Rune. Now, this rune in particular is going to be very fundamental, especially if you're trying to go with a kind of like a stealth build. Now, I will have a stealth build coming very shortly here on the channel, and this particular rune is going to be being very fundamental when it comes to this because what this is going to allow you to do, it's going to allow you to do two things. Not only is it going to increase the amount of damage you do when you are assassinating people or behind shadows, but it's also going to give you the ability to become undetected. And being undetected is extremely important because the less undetected you are, the more assassinations you're going to be able to do without being detected. That's why the Shadow Rune is definitely by far one of the best ones, especially if you're going for a stealth build, and one that I recommend you guys definitely put in your inventory and maybe stack them up. Now, I don't know what the highest kind of stats on this are. If you guys have one with the really high stats, let me know in the comment section down below because I would like to know just so I can start farming for those and be able to get the Shadow Rune as as high as possible to make this build for you guys. The next one we're going to be talking about, guys, is the Shell Rune. Now, the Shell Rune in particular is really good because what it's going to allow you to do is when you're taking a lot of damage in battle and you're wearing heavy armor, the Shell Rune is a good choice because it will increase the gear's armor. So that means that you're going to be able to take on heavier hits, that the enemy is going to impose on you, and it's going to give you a good option to perform very good in aggressive battles, even though you are rocking heavy armor. This is really good because this allows you to kind of think of a shell rune like a ninja turtle, like a turtle shell. It's going to allow you to take more hits and absorb that damage, even though you are very slow with your running heavy armor. So this is going to be primarily focusing on like a tank build, which I'll have very shortly for you guys. You guys are definitely going to want to make sure you guys collect as many shell runes as you possibly can, so you guys can be able to absorb that much damage as you can. The next one I want to recommend, guys, is the evasion rune. Now, the evasion is really important. Me personally, I use evasion a lot. I don't know about you guys, but usually when I'm fighting, I do a lot of parries, but I find myself doing more evasions than parries as in the game. And I believe this one in particular works very well for that because what that's going to allow you to do, it's going to allow you to increase the chance of dodging them, and you want to stack the build with the evasion rune because it's going to allow you to dodge more quickly and jump out of the way when people are trying to attack you. So if you're not feeling like you're not parrying very easily and your parries are not on point, this evasion rune is going to help you kind of dodge those sticky situations and get away from the battle more effectively and quicker than you would with just not having this rune, activated. This is very good. It ties in perfectly with a couple of runes that we're able to equip, and that should make it very fundamental when it comes to having this rune activated. The next rune I want to recommend is the Warrior Rune. Now, the Warrior Rune is by far a really good one to have. And like the name says, it is a Warrior Rune because it's going to increase the melee damage and it's going to give you more chances to land heavy strikes against your enemies. So, dependent on whatever weapon you want, it doesn't really matter because you're able to apply this rune to your armor set, to your weapon sets, and it's going to allow you to give out more melee damage. Who doesn't want more melee damage? Come on, boys. Everybody wants more melee damage. The more melee damage you have, the more effective you're going to be, and the easier it's going to be for you guys to get out of those sticky situations when you guys encounter them. These are really good. The next rune I want to recommend, guys, is the Bridgerton Rune. This one in particular is very unique, and you can only wear it with a mythical armor set. So keep that in mind. You're not going to be able to get this one and equip it to any gear. It has to be mythical, but it is extremely good because it does a lot of really good stuff. It increases your speed when surrounded by more than two enemies, which, of course, if you're playing the game as much as I am, and I'm pretty much sure as much as you guys are, we're always going to be surrounded by multiple enemies, especially when we're doing raids and we get to those higher level end content. Two enemies are kind of always around each other, so we're going to be able to tap into this one a lot because that increased speed when we're surrounded by more enemies is going to be very fundamental and factor quite a lot in our items. So definitely this one's going to really good. It allows you to become very fast when you're surrounded by enemies. And remember, when you guys are having like to fight regular ads and then you're trying to find a boss, it's going to be very fundamental and very helpful for you guys. Definitely one that I recommend that you definitely put together. Of course, there are other runes that are going to be more tailored to specific builds, and we're going to be covering those here on the channels when we put those builds together. But overall, Jen, I think for the majority of builds or the overall landscape of the game, this is definitely the best runes you could have for your armor sets that you're going to be able to enjoy quite a lot and have a lot of diversity when it comes to putting builds together. I do hope you guys find this video helpful and informative. If you did, do me the huge favor, guys, drop a comment and a like. Thank you guys for watching, and don't forget to check out the other Assassin's Creed videos, and I'll catch you guys on the next vid.